Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Chasing Psychological Safety. As you saw in yesterday's article, today's topic is: when is emotional intelligence going to become a commonplace requirement in the workplace? We think it's high time. We think this is a conversation that is finally coming into its own, probably partly thanks to this kind of pandemic push towards all things human. We notice that anyone from our prospective clients to people we meet when we speak and write, which is obviously people that are already self-selected to care about the topics, but even then, their level of awareness and understanding towards why this has become critically important to as one of our day-to-day abilities in the workplace, in the collaborative, fearless, experimental culture we're trying to create. This understanding has finally kind of arrived where people are having it everywhere we go. So that's really good news. And how with now it needs to be landed in a sense is what we said yesterday, which is we finally have to arrive at a secure place where it's part of what we need out of the people we have, in particular people at the top.
Absolutely. And I suppose it's those people at the top that we've been thinking about most recently as you rise up the food chain or up the structure of the organizations you work in. Very often your own self-development and your own emotional intelligence and ability to, or the time that you're afforded to work on yourself and those all-important human skills gets less and less. Perhaps they're deprioritized, perhaps you deprioritize them, favoring the financial performance of the organization first. But either way, it's a mistake, and it's a sad mistake. We feel sorry for the executive teams, the board members, the leadership teams around the country who perhaps haven't had the opportunity to have a coach, someone to support them in that human, emotional journey that leaders have to go on to be most successful in the VUCA world that we work in. And also, we need those leaders to have the opportunity to have things like emotional intelligence training and to have the time that they sometimes give to their people, but don't give to themselves, to really invest in those skills. So as Dwayne has already said, one of the big outcomes we've seen post-pandemic has been that organizations, teams, leaders all around the world are really starting to see clearly, which is great, the link between the emotional life of the team, that team health, and then the performance of the team. They're no longer side by side, even they're hand in hand. And people are really starting to realize, the successful organizations and the ones that are going to be successful, that putting that human work and that emotional intelligence of the leader first is really going to power their business into the future.
Of course, and we talk about the human work all the time. This is what it means. It means working on our ability to comprehend ourselves and others at all times, and having the willingness, the space, the tools, the resources, the permission, the lack of blockers, the support to be doing this work, and to do that with regular intention. So we wish you the very best. We know it's tough. We know it's hard. There's a lot that can be done around emotional intelligence without there having to be like a few months away course. There's a lot that can be done through our tools, through tools like ours. You will instantly start seeing gains in that area, because simply bringing these things to the fore is what is needed, so that you start recognizing triggers, so that you start understanding different behaviors. And the more you comprehend, the more you help your people comprehend, the more you learn together about emotional intelligence, which is essentially one of the things that you can do in our dashboard. And the more you do this together, the more you grow in your individual EQs, and then obviously the performance of the team sees that as well. So come talk to us or read our stuff, because there's a lot of free advice around, and then we will see you next week. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.